Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Moviecast, episode 463. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gast, joined by Mike Sneedy.
What's up?
Corey Feinsod.
Yo!
And Tony Korkanakis.
Hey, yo!
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners, to 463 of the Moviecast. Whew. We have fall preview coming up in this episode. We'll be doing that in the Gamecast as well, to give you a preview of the preview. We'll be doing that in the Gamecast. We're going to be getting into the releases coming out later September, well, mostly early October and onwards. We had our hype rankings earlier in this year. Go back and listen to that episode. I don't have that episode number. I should have grabbed that before we started. But it's in the list there. You have to find the hype rankings. I think we have it in our descriptions. So, but anyways, welcome listeners, welcome viewers to this episode. Let's kick it off with what we've been up to, guys. I will say I've really only watched like one thing of note, which was What We Do in the Shadows, which is it's the vampire comedy show from the director of Thor Ragnarok.
Oh.
Yeah.
Taika
Waititi. Yeah, I can't really say his last name, even his first name. But so I have to say, it's got the guy from the IT crowd, the boss, the head. Not the first guy.
That jumps off
Not
the
the first guy, the second guy.
Oh, no.
He is just hilarious in this. And I don't remember FX being... I guess the FX, they shoot like an actual uncensored episode for Hulu. Because they're dropping F-bombs in this show like crazy. I'm like... I was like... At first, because I've been up late the last few nights, sick. I've been watching this like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. And it's just like... I'm like, wait, did they just drop the F? And they did it right after. I'm like, oh my god, they did. But I'm like 5-6 episodes in on this show, and I'm actually looking forward to it coming back now. It's coming back in 2020. It's so funny. Nice. It's kind of like The Office, where they interview them during it. Like there's a human crew filming them, and they're vampires that are tasked to try to take over all of New York, and they're just god awful horrible at it. Like they don't understand what they're doing, and it's kind of a mix of that, and it's just hilarious, the little jokes they have. And I don't know, it's not dead humor, I guess. I don't know, it's just really funny. Like I enjoy it, and I do like the way they do the interviews with each individual person, like as the show's going, like The Office does. I just thought it was a good mix, that nice. Office style. And there, I think my favorite character on the show is the Daywalker. Which is a guy who basically is that office guy that really nerdy office guy that comes up to you every morning on like a Monday morning and just keeps talking to you until you just have no energy left. And they call him, he's like an actual like super powered vampire in this. Like that's his actual thing. He actually can drain vampires as well by just talking to them. He drains them of their energy. It's hilarious.
It's pretty funny.
Yeah. So I don't know. I really enjoy it. So that's
it's
really
on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Yeah, it's an FX show. It's coming back in 2020, and I enjoy it. So, and that's it for me, really of note. So, Tony.
Nothing non-game related. Watched Overwatch League.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, cool.
A lot of weekend.
Cool. Mike.
Nope.
No. Corey.
Actually, there's this YouTube channel that you kind of reminded me of when you said The Office, because there's this YouTube channel called Behind the Curtain that does like this kind of like in-depth looks at certain things, and one of them was how to write the perfect sitcom, and it focuses on The Office. And it was interesting because they're talking about how they wanted to make a direct remake of The Office, the UK Office, kind of, and just kind of Americanize it, or whatever. And that's why Michael's such a dick in the show in the
Season
first 6
1
episodes.
yeah.
And then 40-Year-Old Virgin came out, and they're like, people love this guy because he's kind of like relatable but like goofy and silly. So we need to be more of that in The Office. Make Michael more like that. And the writer's like, no, like this is The Office. You can't do that. And the president or whoever, the head up guy is like, nope, you got to do it. Do it or we're canceling the show, basically. And so they had to like throw these little snippets of him being, caring and relatable, and actually show that he is not a total dick. Okay. And that they said that changed the whole trajectory of The Office, which obviously it's the show we know of it as today. And I thought that was pretty interesting.
I think that's really rare for an executive like that to force a change and actually be a positive. Like usually when they force stuff on people, it's like this was a terrible decision. But
right, exactly.
Yeah,
it was interesting. That's what I thought was pretty neat, and just the way that they they developed the Pam Jim relationship and everything. It was cool to see that. That's behind the curtain. They also did one on the Heath Ledger Joker, which I thought was pretty cool too.
Oh no.
So they go in depth on that and talk about what like the toll it took on him and like the myths and stuff behind like, oh, the Joker caused his death or whatever, and so they go in depth on that, which was pretty neat. So it was a little shout out to those guys. Pretty cool.
Interesting. All right, that's it to what we've been up to, I guess. Let me open up my. I don't have the box office open, so at number 1, it's Chapter 2 at 91.2 million, which is for a rated R movie. Fantastic. Yeah, I mean, it's not getting as good of reviews as the first movie, but it's reviewing decently, 63% fresh. That's trending in the right direction there. So yeah, 91.2. I mean, it is the box office. There's literally nothing else to talk about on this list. Everything else is 6 million or below. And,
did you hear about the trailer that plays before it?
What's attached to that? I can't remember. It's exclusive.
So the movie starts. And it's got the Warner Bros. Logo, and it's like it's starting. The balloons come up, and Harley Quinn comes out and smashes the balloons. Like, I'm sick of clowns.
Oh, cool! So they played the actual.
So like
Birds of Prey?
they do the trailers, and then they actually like go cut to the movie, and then it does that. Like it's like a little. So I thought that was pretty neat. They actually cut to the movie, like, oh, this is actually the movie, but then it's another trailer. But it's a Birds of Prey trailer.
Like animated Harley, or is it?
No, it's the Birds of Prey.
Oh, okay.
The new Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
Vehicle.
Yeah. Interesting. I heard it was attached. I just didn't know. I thought it would be just like a trailer. So I haven't seen the trailer. They're not going to release that out?
No, it's out. You can watch it.
Oh, okay.
I checked it out.
How was it?
It's fine. I mean, it's not.
It's fine. It's not. You're not selling me on this.
No.
All right. Opening this week.
It's kind of like. What's weird is we saw Harley Quinn and Margot Robbie as her, and like, you know what? I'm kind of like over. Like, I don't need her as Harley Quinn anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's been so long, but yeah, whatever.
Yeah, it has been a while. Nothing really opening this week, so we're not going to get into that. Let's get into our news here as soon as I get that open. Okay, we're going to kick this off with. Let's stick with DC, the Joker. The Joker movie actually. Like we mentioned last week, it was getting like unbelievable like feedback from reviews from people, and it just won best the Golden Lion at the Venice Film Festival, which is like usually like the front running movie then to win Best Picture at the Oscars. So this movie could win Best Picture, which is a movie that I don't disagree. Corey, shaking your head, I understand. I'm not disagreeing with anybody in this podcast. Completely agree, and I've said it with you guys. Movie does not need to exist, but it is impressive to hear that this movie could win Best Picture. It really does make me want to go see it.
What movie needs to exist?
Well, I mean,
that's a weird thing to say.
I know, but it's like Han Solo, the Solo movie.
You are conditioned now that a movie that is not part of a greater universe doesn't matter anymore, which I think.
How about no? Let's just take the character by himself, Mike. No, forget this. No, you're going to try to take a small snippet here. Let's take the character by himself. Can he exist without Batman? Answer that question.
I know we're going to see with this movie, aren't we?
So there was a podcast I listened to that had
he avoids the question.
It had a really good theory, which I like. Because we know this movie has nothing to do with the DC universe, and like they're trying to separate themselves and all blah blah blah.
Yeah.
The theory that I heard, which I doubt is real, but I would wish this is what it was that Joker's actually, this is him telling a story of like what he could have been or what it could have been like for him. And so then at the end of the movie, it pans out and he's like in Arkham, like an Arkham cell, telling Batman this whole thing. I think that would be pretty.
That would be cool.
Because then that would be like, that makes sense. This is why this is not related at all.
Director has completely already gone on record saying that this Joker will absolutely never appear with Batman, at least the Robert Pattinson Batman in a movie.
Right. No, and that's why I think it would be neat, because like you could just like separate this whole thing and like this is an image of himself he sees, and then you could have a totally different Batman.
Yeah.
And Joker.
Unfortunately, that's just a theory. Yeah. So, all right, let's see.
Tony said he spoiled himself on a few things.
Yeah, I saw that thread on Reset Era, and I was just like, whatever, I don't give a fuck. And I was like...
I saw you post it, and I was like, whatever, I don't care. I'm not even going to quickly get into it.
Yeah.
It's like the scenes, like, I mean, it's less like 30 seconds or less. And you know, what's his name? How do you pronounce it? Joaquin or Joaquin?
Joaquin.
Joaquin. I mean, he does a great job acting. Like, props to him.
Yeah.
He totally sells the scenes. But I'm just like, it's just kind of like shrug. Like, okay, like it's kind of what I expected out of anything where you have Joker in a room with people he disagrees with. Like, something bad's gonna happen. Like, okay.
Yep.
It's just more so like the justification for something. I'm just like rolling my eyes. I'm like, oh my god. Like, there are gonna be people. Like, I don't care if DC wants, or Warner Brothers and DC wants to waste their time chasing these fucking one-off movies about fucking characters that don't have franchises. Whatever. That's fine. They can spend their time and money. That's fine. But like, not saying it doesn't deserve to exist, but like, there are going to be people that will latch onto this in the worst way possible and take the worst absolute like message
of
right
it, yeah.
message from this. Like, oh, so he was abused by society and he's mentally ill and yada yada yada. That's me, and he uses violence to solve all his problems. So I should do that. Like, totally should do that. And then we're just gonna get another fucking generation of schmucks. And it's like, we already had one shooting where some guy quoted the Joker as like inspiration. So it's like, really, do we need this?
I heard that was a lot of people's there's a lot of people that have of that thought, and it's a genuine concern for them. And I agree, because you're basing a movie, you're glorifying the villain in this movie, because there's no hero. So it's just like,
well, he is the hero.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true, but he's not. But
good villain's the hero of his own story, right?
Yeah. So
yeah.
I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see when this comes out, especially if it wins Best Picture.
Again, I have to say that
I was shaking my head earlier just because even if it's like a critically acclaimed, fantastic film, there's no way it's winning. Like, the Oscars, they don't care.
Okay.
They just don't care.
I don't know about that, because again, it's not like, sort of feel like this is more like a character study movie, and they're like, oh, we can make this character the Joker maybe, and that's how it is. Like, I kind of feel like it's a movie, and then they just like paste the Joker onto it.
No, absolutely.
But again, I think this is more in line with, The King of Comedy or Taxi Driver, those Scorsese movies from the 70s or early 80s.
But at the same time, though, I think where this is like, oh, we're gonna throw on the Joker theme here on this movie that we've got. Mm-hmm. I think that hurts in the Oscar race. I mean, that's just because it's a comic book movie, air quotes for you audio listeners.
I mean, maybe, but this was a character who won the last Oscar for any comic book character before.
Black Panther.
Was it the character? Was it Best Actor, Black Panther?
No, I mean, we know Heath Ledger won Best Supporting Actor, but again, I don't think he wins that if he was still alive, honestly. Like, unfortunately, I don't think he wins.
You think it was given because he passed, yeah.
No, I mean, not that it's like not, hot take or whatever, but like,
yeah,
popular opinion, I don't know, but I just don't think he wins that if he was still alive.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, we'll see when this actually comes out, what we're going to get. We don't know. We won't know that until, February, but, we'll see. Other news, we got Hawkeye, the Disney Plus show, casting a lead role for Haley Steinfeld. I don't know who this is.
What?
I don't know who this is. But she is apparently going
True
to be...
Grit.
She's
from
from
True Grit.
True
Little
Grit?
Kid.
Oh, she's from the little kid in True Grit?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And then
all right.
She was in Pitch Perfect, I think. And she was... What was she most
like...
recent? Bumblebee? Jim, did you watch Bumblebee?
I did watch Bumblebee. That's her? Oh, that is her. There she is. I can see it in her face.
I was going to say, I thought you said you watched Bumblebee.
I did watch Bumblebee, but I didn't recognize the actress's name. So so she's apparently going to be the lead role for like Hawkeye, because she takes up the mantle after what's his name?
Hawkeye.
Yeah, Hawkeye. Whatever his name is. Burton. I don't know his name is. Barton.
Jeremy Renner.
Barton. Yeah.
Clint
Barton gives it up or stops. Yeah.
But yeah, the Kate Bishop story, I really like it. I read the Hawkeye comic with her. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
It's really highly praised, and it's funny because of this news, like some people are talking about it on Twitter, and apparently the guy who either wrote and or drew it or whatever was like, this series is gonna get like back when the series got pitched, he's like, this is gonna be the end of my career. Like they're gonna cancel it 5 issues in and stuff like that, and like it wound up being like a really good run and stuff.
And
like
the art, I really like the art in it.
Cool.
Mhm.
That reminds me of the what was I gonna say? The oh crap! I completely lost my train of thought now. It was something for Disney Plus, and I can't remember what it was.
Star Wars.
Not Star Wars. No, it was a Marvel thing. Yeah.
What if?
Miss Marvel.
No, I can't remember.
She-Hulk.
Moon Knight.
Nope.
She-Hulk.
Nope. Nope.
Loki.
It'll come back to me later.
WandaVision.
It is cool that Tom Hiddleston's coming to New York Comic Con, but
Yeah.
that is pretty cool. They also canceled the Muppet reboot on Disney Plus. I know that. Before it even got started, I guess they had creative differences between the Jim Henson Company and Disney. I don't
It's
know.
really weird that I thought. I mean, maybe it's just me. I thought Disney owned them.
I thought they did
Yeah.
too.
I thought they owned them. Like,
I thought they did.
can't say no.
They may just own the license to like produce it, but maybe the creative control still lies with the Jim Henson Company.
Yeah, it has to because Netflix has the. My God, I'm sorry. I have lack of sleep. The
He's
Dark
out of
Crystal, the Dark Crystal show, they have that, and that's a Jim Henson Company. And
yeah,
that's
you're
on
right.
Netflix. Yeah. I thought the same thing, Tony. I said that when I read this news, I'm like, wait, don't they own them? And then I was like, wait, oh yeah, the Dark Crystal is out on Netflix because somebody said go shop them over at Netflix. They'll take the Muppets reboot, and they probably could. I bet you they do. The thing is like the more I read about that whole thing, the more I watch. Why not just make the Muppet Show again? It's a dry area of like content. There's nobody there that's doing it. Something like that.
I don't know, dude. Like, I don't want to.
They
like,
just tried that like a
Yeah,
little bit
like-
ago.
I don't
What,
want to yuck
with the
anyone's
Muppets?
yums, but like,
The Muppets
I
been trying to
just
make a
don't
Muppet
see
show.
how the Muppets are relevant in 2019. We'll just say, let's say 2020. Like, honestly, like the younger generation, they're not going to give a fuck. Like,
I mean, Sesame Street's still on.
Yeah, still going.
yeah, but like, my interpretation of Muppets, and I was never the biggest fan, was like that was aimed at an older audience aside from like the animated Muppet Babies cartoon.
Sure, but I mean, Sesame Street, it's the same thing, and there's a little crossover. I feel like you introduce kids to Sesame Street, and then you can like graduate them to Muppets as they get older. But
They
I don't
graduate
know.
to Fortnite, Mike.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll see.
Unfortunately.
I think that the Muppets could be just fine having their own like the Muppet Show kind of thing. And
How long ago was that Jason Segel Muppet movie?
5
years ago at least, right?
2013? Yeah, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
The
Is
sequel.
that the last?
The sequel.
That
It
was
a
like
sequel.
the last we heard of them. Pretty
Yeah, I mean
much.
they had the short-lived ABC Muppet Show that was terrible. The
Mhm.
Office. The
Well,
Office
that's what
Muppet
we were
Show.
just saying. Like it was, we tried this already.
They did no. I'm talking about the Muppet Show, like
The
a
Jason
Tonight
Segel
Show.
one was in 2011.
I'm talking about a Tonight Show, Corey. The
But
Office.
Muppets Most Wanted
no.
was 2014.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what I thought. Yes.
They had some TV try to like redo.
Yes,
the
but
Muppet
that's The
Show.
Office. That's not the Muppet Show. No, it's not at all.
They had a
Show.
Muppet
I don't
Babies
remember.
TV series in 2018.
Yes.
What?
Yes, it was The Office. I'm not talking about The Office. I'm talking about just doing the Muppet Show again, where they have interviews with like actors, and actors appear on the show, and
Yeah, it would be like a late night variety show with Muppets.
Yes.
Muppet
yeah.
Babies Time to Play.
they have
That
Muppet
was in
Babies on TV
2018.
still. Kids love it. It's very popular. But they are relevant in terms of kids. I'm just saying they probably could do that with a Tonight Show kind of thing. All right,
I
Apple.
think it's a hard sell.
I think so, but you're right. Apple TV Plus. Apple had their keynote today.
Yeah.
And we saw a bunch of stuff coming from Apple. Biggest shocking things were their streaming and gaming services, launching November 1st at just $4.99 a month. That's
Well, they have no
impressive.
content, so
Well, I mean, you're gonna get the morning show with Steve Carell and what's her name, Jennifer Aniston. Oh, man, I'm sorry, my brain is just not working right. Jennifer Aniston is in that, and that looked pretty good. And they showed a whole like 5-minute preview of See, the Jason Momoa show, which now I understand what it's about. Obviously, they can't see. The whole race of humanity has been, their site's been taking, and it's kind of like a post-apocalyptic world from it. And kids get born, they can finally see. So it sounds like that's going to be an interesting show. It looked impressive visually.
yeah,
But
visually.
it's a trailer, so that's supposed to look impressive. You'd hope it would. So we'll see. Get it?
I don't know. It just reminds me of the road.
Yes, but what? I just think that I don't know. The pricing of it is very good. It's impressive to see that.
Yeah, the pricing is good, but I mean, again, it's I think they had to, because you look at it like Netflix already established, Hulu rolled into the Disney empire, Disney Plus about to launch, Amazon Prime already a couple of years deep into it. They're starting to get their haymakers coming. Yeah. Like, you can't come out and charge anywhere near those guys because you clearly have the least content.
Yeah.
So it's like, hey, $5. It's just cheap enough to
you
people.
gotta roll it into stuff too. It's just like you have all these services that's rolled into, like, roll it all in together. To, like...
Well, that's the thing.
Well, right. I mean, that's
they're giving you
like, you buy a new
device,
iPhone or iPad, you get a year free. Like, cool. That costs them nothing.
Yeah, it's a $60 value.
Right. In fact, if you forget to cancel your
we lost Tony.
They get you for 1 month. I mean, that's.
We lost you for a second. Repeat that. Go ahead. You just froze for a second. Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say. In fact, if they give you that free year and you forget to cancel your subscription, they get $5 out of you. So actually, it increases their bottom line. So,
that's their hope. I mean, that's their hope. So I don't know. I was basically, with their announcements and stuff, I still can't. I'm not getting the new device as far as I'm aware right now. I'm not gonna upgrade. So then I'll check this out though. Like, I don't know if I'll do a month-to-month thing. I'll probably just check it out maybe in a month or two after it comes out. Check out the stuff, the show, and the morning show looks like it's got some cool stuff. I mean, Steve Carell, I like we just talked about, he's usually very good as Michael Scott. We just don't know, and his character, his movies have been great. So I just want to see what he can do on that. So we'll see. And that's about it for the news. So this would be now our time to bring into the movie fall preview, guys. I'm just going to start going through the month of, I guess it would be like later. We don't really have to talk about Ad Astra. I mean, we're going to start off with Joker. I mean, October 4th. Now we have the Joker coming out, kicking off the fall preview. And that's, if I miss a movie, I hope I don't miss a movie. I'm going to try. I'm flipping through these things in release order. So Joker's the first movie to hit October 4th. Very good. I think it's a very good time to watch it.
Sorry, just real quick. Did you guys watch the Bad Boys for Life trailer?
No, I forgot to.
I didn't see it. No.
Yeah, actually forgot it either. I don't think I saw the second movie.
Martin Lawrence, looking a little thick.
Is he?
Yeah, but it's basically.
It's like 50. It happens.
Yeah. No, it's they're just picking up where they left off.
Yeah. Then we have Gemini Man.
Joker.
We have Joker on October 4th, kicking off, and it'll be like the Halloween-style movie, I think, this year. I mean, there's obviously some other stuff, but I think it's going to be very popular for a couple weeks. It's only up against, in October 11th comes out, Gemini Man comes out. That's the Ang Lee movie that...
with Will Smith.
With Will Smith, two times Will Smith.
Double Will Smith.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see what that's going to be like. I don't know if that's going to be any good. I'm just looking ahead.
It's a hit or miss with Ang Lee.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Mostly
we don't know what we're going to get. Maleficent, the sequel to that, comes out October 18th.
Didn't the first one do really well?
It did.
First one did well.
I liked the first one. Yeah.
More than I expected, at least.
I actually very much enjoyed that first one. So I think this one might be the check. I might check this one out. But I think the biggest thing on October 18th though, is Zombieland 2. We get Zombieland 2 Double Tap.
Out of these four movies you just mentioned, what do you think is the highest grossing?
Maleficent 2.
Out of the four movies, Gemini Man included, I would say Maleficent.
Yeah.
What did Maleficent?
Disney train is just too hard to stop right now.
The thing is, Zombieland. I would have gone Zombieland because of the trending R-rated movies.
You think Zombieland's gonna beat Joker?
Isn't Joker tracking for around 100 million though?
There's no way Zombieland beats Joker.
I think you included Joker. I was counting 4. Oh no, 4. I'm not counting right.
Your brain, Jim.
I think it might be Joker.
I think it might be Joker.
Yeah, I think Zombieland.
There's no way Zombieland outdoes Joker.
Yeah, there's no. It's been way too long, and at least from what I've seen, there's no buzz around it or anything like that. And obviously,
I didn't even realize it
has ramped up, but I just don't see it doing.
I didn't realize.
I mean, I think it'll be fine. It'll be a fun movie to watch, but probably, opening weekend probably be around 30, maybe 35. I would think.
It's launching. It's launching at the best time, October 18th. You're right around Halloween. There's nothing else coming against you for a couple of weeks.
What came right before Maleficent?
Maleficent is the same day.
Oh, same day. Well.
It's that's the problem.
I think that's some good alternative. If viewing
Sure,
options
it's
there.
alternative, but at the same time, like
It's not good for. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying it's a good alternative, but I mean, for the box office, it's not going to help them at all.
I think they wanted
guess,
I think they wanted to get it out before Halloween and not have it just 1 week of it. I think they wanted to get. That's why they did it. But because it would make sense to just launch it on the 25th. Because there's nothing.
Maleficent, by the way, did $758 million.
Yeah, this sequel's gonna do way more.
Opened
way
at,
more.
No,
Not a billion, Jim.
They've been
I think-
killing. Their movies have been shocking the world. I think 900.
Wow.
I think it's going to do about the same.
Yeah, I think it might struggle to do the same actually.
Yeah, I don't know if I like see that much hype for that movie. I know I've seen a
Here's the
couple
thing.
trailers. But
Here's my reasoning. This is my reasoning. When Maleficent first came out, the live action remake train of Disney had just kind of started rolling, and now it's full steam ahead for this stuff. And
well, I mean that.
But
one
is
was,
it oversaturated at this point, Jim?
that's the only thing. You don't know. I mean, Aladdin and Lion King did very good. Dumbo did not. So it's like, but I feel like it's gonna beat. I feel like it's gonna beat that 900. I think.
Wow. All right.
So, what else?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. November 1st, Terminator: Dark Fate.
Oh boy, I want this to be good.
I do too, Corey. I do too. I just don't think it will be.
I don't really have much faith.
Yeah.
I really haven't watched a Terminator movie since Terminator 2, so I wouldn't even know where to begin with this.
Well, this is a direct sequel to Terminator 2, so you're fine.
So
Wait, it's a direct sequel to 2? They're just ignoring all the other ones?
Yup.
Well, with that time travel nonsense, they can do that, I guess.
yeah.
Yup.
They are. That's what they're doing.
This is why I hate time travel in movies.
Yep. This is why you should. Yeah. When you start making too many sequels, Tony, that's the key. When you have time travel and it's just kind of, if it's only like one sequel, you're fine. Once you start rewriting it 8 times, then there's a problem.
I need a
it's
John
like-
C. Riley meme now, or GIF.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So that was a perfect
Do we
moment
just
of that.
become best friends?
Red Rum, Doctor Sleep. That's the prequel to The Shining. Is actually coming out November 8th. I don't know why it shows that.
No. It's a long time sequel.
Oh, it's a long time sequel. I thought it was a prequel.
No. He's Jack. He's the kid. He's the kid grown up.
Oh my god. Okay. I thought it was wow. Okay. I always thought it was the prequel about how the whole thing happened at the hotel.
No, I just read a synopsis for the first time, not knowing that this had anything to do with The Shining, until like I just saw it come up somewhere. I'm like, oh, and yeah, Ewan McGregor plays the kid from The Shining grown up.
Oh, wow. I had no idea. Okay, I thought that was a prequel this whole time. That's November 8th. It's an interesting launch time, actually. It misses the Halloween season.
Yes, but
it gets the winter season.
The spooky cold time.
Yeah. Gets the fall winter. Let's see. Charlie's Angels, November 15th. Any interest, guys?
Oh no.
No.
I mean, it's was it Elizabeth Banks vehicle again? So
Yeah.
we'll see. She does a pretty good job usually. I
don't
like
remember.
Power Rangers, whatever.
Who did they cast in this again?
Kristen Stewart,
Ugh.
the Jasmine chick, and
Okay.
a new
Someone else.
someone
Yeah.
who's British. He's got a
Some
great
British,
accent,
yeah.
so
So,
it works.
let's see. A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, November 22nd. That's Tom Hanks's Mr. Rogers.
That's just. I
biopic.
think that'll do okay because you combine like two of the most beloved people ever.
Here's the problem, Mike. Here's the problem. It's launching on November 22nd, which is Frozen 2 Day.
Oh.
Well, we know our top winner of the November month.
Yeah, Frozen 2 is again. I think we have to go back and listen because I think I have a bet with you, Tony, that this beats Black Panther.
I don't see that happening.
I think we do.
I think we
you
do,
might have.
and
I remember you were super high on it, Jim. As
Because
we
I
get
just-
closer, just seeing how that Aladdin did well, and so did Lion King, but not that well. I don't see it doing it.
You don't
Lion King did really well.
you don't
Yeah,
hear
I know.
you don't
But
hear you don't hear the school stuff anymore, Mike. The amount of people that still sing this at school is just unbelievable. The following is still there as the kids get older.
But will it have another Let It Go? That's what it. If it doesn't have a Let It Go, it's not
Yeah.
gonna go.
Yeah, it's true. This is true. Wow, and that's what they count all of fall. I don't have any December movies here. Hang on.
Well, it's winter, Jim.
Yeah, I know.
We're just gonna go to the end of the year, guys.
Yeah, that's
Let's
what I
do
was
it.
gonna do. I just gotta get the winter movies. There
I mean, well,
go.
obviously Frozen's gonna
Wars.
be a big
Is
one.
there anything else in December?
Jungle. Welcome to the Jungle Jumanji sequel.
The Jumanji sequel, which could do like that. Where do we think that will fall, guys? I mean, that I don't have a date yet because I'm bringing this up, but
What did the first rock vehicle Jumanji do? I think that's
Better than
probably
expected.
gonna be due around that.
I
Around
think did like what, 700, 800?
it was so
Oof.
shocking how good that did.
This one looks fun though, I have to say. Like I do like the fact that like you get these characters,
Okay.
these actors playing people that are not them. You know, like Black Jack is fantastic
That's-
and as somebody else, and
Wow,
So-
I was off. 962 million.
It did.
I don't know if it does that.
You don't think it goes higher?
No,
It's called the
That-
next
I
level,
really-
man.
It has
It's
legs.
Called, it's
Guys,
called the next
it's-
level,
Its opening weekend
Yeah.
was $36 million.
and it made that much. I mean, this movie blew up afterwards.
yeah.
on a budget of 90 million.
Still,
by the way.
Tony. By the way, you still need to watch this original one. It's so funny. Like for a video
I know.
gamer, you need to watch that.
It's not on anything, is it?
No,
For-
I don't think I haven't seen it
streaming?
around at all.
Does that matter?
I mean, no, but I'd always prefer that
Yeah.
methodology.
No, obviously. I
My
mean,
VPN
Redbox
subscription
probably
If it
has
gets
expired,
if it gets
so-
down to it where you can go see the sequel, you gotta watch the original first. But December 13th is a good time to launch for this. I think it's in a good spot.
I don't think it gets to 900 though. That's a lot of
Really,
money.
I just don't see. I think it has a bigger opening, and that's gonna.
It could have a bigger opening,
It could have a bigger opening, but
but
it's,
like Star Wars is going to take a
it's
lot
done.
away from.
it's done.
But didn't
after
it
2
launch
or
against
3
Star
weeks.
Wars in 2017?
No, well, I don't think it was around the same time. It might have launched the same year, but I think it was
What
more
the
of
Star
a.
Wars movie in 2017? Was that Rogue One or?
That was probably Rogue One.
Rogue One was in the winter.
It was December.
No, that was Last Jedi. That
Yeah,
was
but-
Last Jedi.
So what time of the year though did
When
Jumanji-
did Welcome to the Jungle come out?
December. December 20th.
Don't
All
forget.
right.
Also, guys, don't forget we're missing the biggest December movie of all time. Cats comes December 20th.
Oh God, I don't even want to talk. It's so gross. It's so weird.
It looks horrible.
I really, it's tough to root against a movie like specifically, but I'm hoping that gets like 15 million at most.
Yeah. I mean, it's up against Star
Opening.
Wars. It's up against Star Wars. It's up against Jumanji. I mean, it doesn't
There's
even
no
have.
hype level.
And
for
there's
it.
also
It's
no
not
window
on-
because and then the kids movies wise, Spies in Disguise comes out on Christmas Day. That's another one.
Spies in Disguise. Is that a sequel to like Spy Kids?
No, this is
They should. They should.
like a super spy gets turned into a pigeon.
Oh, sounds terrible.
It's Will
Oh.
Smith, Tom Holland.
Another
Um,
animated shit show.
Yeah, but it's gonna be big for kids at Christmas. So
Now, the thing I will say about Jumanji, though, real quick, is that this sequel is a really quick turnaround time, 2 years. And the thing is that I'm even more skeptical about Frozen 2 is because all these movies that took like this long to get a sequel have not performed as well. We talked about it, like Lego Movie 2,
Toy Story.
yeah,
Toy Story, like it just takes way too long. Incredibles 2, like it still did great, but not.
yeah. I mean, you're right.
Yeah,
but-
that's kind of what I was thinking, actually, more so than the other, other Disney movies that came out this year. What happened with those, though?
Mhm.
so I don't know. We'll see.
No, I mean,
What?
yeah, I just don't think that Jumanji can do 900 million again. I don't
I
know.
mean, the majority of it was overseas, 557. So that'll be
Yeah.
interesting. Because again, you guys mentioned Star Wars, but they really only have to compete in Star Wars outside of Asia. Like
Yeah.
inside Asia, like nobody gives a shit about Star Wars. So.
That's it. So I mean, that's why it's like I don't even know where Episode 9 is gonna fall in the money earning categories. I just have no idea. I can't. This movie I can't predict at all. Opening weekend.
Does it do 250, Jim?
Opening weekend. I don't even know. I don't know. Should it do it? Yes. Will it do it? I don't know.
Last Jedi affected you that much, huh?
Yeah, I really don't know. There's a lot of
really
angry
effed
people.
you over.
There's a lot of angry people. You don't underestimate that. So
I love this. I love this.
But
You guys
I-
want more Star Wars? You got more Star Wars. Not like
not like
this.
this. No. And that's pretty much it for the rest of the year. So I don't know anything else to close on, guys. I think we're good. So,
What are you most excited? We did our heartbreakings, but what are you most looking forward to other than Star Wars?
other than Star Wars, jeez,
That's the obvious.
I just gotta go back. What the hell did we just go back over?
I am very
Jumanji
curious
was
about
pretty
Terminator.
good.
I'll say that.
I
I'm very
like-
curious about Terminator.
I really
'cause
enjoyed
I
Jumanji so
want
much.
it to be good, and this is supposed to be a direct sequel to 2, and you're getting Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton's back. You can even play as her in Gears, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really want this to be good.
I guess for me, I mean,
Gabriel
besides,
Luna is awesome. I like that guy. So
I mean, Zombieland is something I'm kind of looking forward to seeing quite a bit. So
can't go wrong with Emma Stone. It's involved.
yeah, I mean, because November is for me there's not much in November at all. I mean, really, it's not. So I'm going. If I have to go with something else besides Star Wars, I'm going.
I thought you were really hyped for Frozen.
Oh, I am, but that's going to take care of itself. In terms of like enjoyable movie, I'm hyped for it because I'm going to see how much it does.
Yeah.
The first movie, I felt like I didn't feel like the plot fit right because they made the villain into somebody that really wasn't a villain in the movie. But I think
the villain was not a villain either.
yeah. So I think because that movie was originally written to the sister be the villain, and they couldn't do
Right.
it. Yeah,
She's the Ice Queen.
yeah.
Supposed
but,
to be the villain.
but they couldn't do it. They changed it, and that was a good call. But
Well, just let it go. I mean,
yeah,
couldn't make that.
once they heard that
the
song,
villains.
that was the end of that. They changed it. Yeah, so I'm going double tap.
All right.
Mike.
I don't know. Maybe Joker. Although I don't know if I'm going to see it at all. But
Yeah.
I'm not,
Well,
I'm
it'll
not
get
really
time.
too interested in anything else other than Star Wars. It's happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess Zombieland has an outside chance. I did see the first one at least, but
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Tony.
Yeah, I would say Zombieland, just because I really enjoyed the first one.
Yeah. Yeah, and the whole
I'm glad
cast is
to
back. Yeah, the whole cast is back. So
I don't know if I care about zombie. I could not see a zombie ever again for the rest of my life and be okay.
yeah,
At this point.
it is a used up genre. But all right, it's gonna wrap up 463 of the Moviecast. Thanks for tuning in. Write us podcast at allingeek.net. Follow us on Twitter, allingeek. Like us on Facebook. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. See you next week. See you on the Gamecast. Sayonara.